back. It's me, Brittany Hislop with Here, Let Me Help You. Okay, one of these has to be good. If not, I'm literally gonna die. Okay, bye. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sign us up for the Indonesian boat dance racing or the If you don't know, now you know. Shit. Sorry for looking at the wrong screen.
For being racist.
Why?
Because we're stealing Indonesian dances.
Welcome back to Here, Let Me Help You. Welcome back to the shenanigans. I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Can I have my wine back?
Oh yeah, this is yours. I forgot.
Did you drink it?
I'm trying to be Cierra this week. I'm channeling my inner Cierra. No, I did not drink your wine, by the way. Imposter like Alandria. I'm gonna be sitting like this the entire episode. If you see me slouch, comment.
I'll call it out.
Please. Yeah. Let's put the screen down. I'm gonna put the screen down. So I don't have to get distracted by looking at myself, because I love looking at myself so much.
Word.
All right, let's do word of the week, babe. Let's not get distracted. Did we say welcome to our guests? Yes, we did. Welcome, guests.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay.
Welcome
I was in the middle of a TikTok, and then Ryan just said press record, so I'm going to draft that really quick. So I don't
trying to get out of the TikTok.
Yeah, he's just like, get me focused. Okay.
I'm trying to read the Webster's dictionary right now.
That's the lexicon you've got over there.
Yeah.
Whoa, this is a good one. I like this word of the week. Ready? I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm going to try. Ready? Cantankerous. Cantankerous.
Cantankerous.
Oh, wait.
Cantankerous.
Cantankerous. One more time. Shh. Cantankerous. Wow. Cantankerous.
Hold on. Am I looking this up here?
Yep. Kerous. Cantankerous. Cantankerous. I know we are not prepared. What else is new? This is the Hislop way. I have adopted your way, babe. It's an adjective. Cantankerous. I hope everyone had a good 4th of July this week, by the way, you guys. I just like to fill in this space with my hot air. So I hope you guys had a happy and safe 4th of July. We didn't do much, but we hung out with our family. You got it? Oh.
Cantankerous.
Cantankerous.
Wait, just lost it. Bad-tempered, quarrelsome.
Yep. A cantankerous person is often angry and annoyed, and a cantankerous animal or thing is difficult or irritating to deal with. So the whole entire cast is making me cantankerous.
It's making you cantankerous?
Yeah, it's pissing me off. It's making me angry. And the people in there are cantankerous because they are irritating to deal with. I think they're all
people in where?
In the house.
In the casa?
Yeah. Everyone's cantankerous in this situation. I'm cantankerous at these contestants, and they're just cantankerous humans.
All right.
I don't even know what was happening this week, babe. It's Hater Island. We are not on Love Island. We are on literal Hater Island.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of drama that went on.
This week was insane. We can recap, but I just have so many things to talk about even besides like the recap because, I mean, it all pertains to it, but to this week. But I'm mad. So first of all, can we just talk about one thing really quick?
Yeah.
So
what's the first thing?
I've heard that they are like ending this season on July 12th. Isn't that next week?
Yeah.
So like,
yeah, today's the 5th.
So that's my hope. So that was my
7 more days.
That kind of leads me into this entire week's episode because like I have bones to pick with production predominantly about this entire season and their cast. It's pissed me off, like a lot of it. And so like, yes, this week was juicy. Like, yeah, it was. Don't get me wrong. I was like, we were watching the You Got Mail episode or whatever. Remember when
that was a good one. That was funny when everybody said how they really felt about everybody.
Like,
yeah. That was a good one.
I was just like watching it like this entire. I had to rewatch it the next day because I felt like I had missed some points. And although it makes for great television, babe, this season, it has completely askew. We have gone so far askew of Love Island. We are not. I'm sorry.
Cheers.
Cheers, babe. We are not on Love Island anymore. Like I said, I don't know what we are on. It is turned into pure drama, people fighting.
Yeah.
A lot of just like people hating like on the internet, but also within the house. Like it's like I don't even know what relationships are actually
TV, baby.
yeah, but like in the past, even last year, babe, and from my experience watching Love Island, it's always been focused on connections and couples and that's really been like the story arcs of the entire season are like people falling in love, people hooking up, whatever. This season is just petty drama, babe. It's like not even focused on like the couples. Like I don't even know what's happening with half these couples.
It's wild.
I can't even tell you which couple I like the most anymore because half
they're
the conversations,
like brand new couples.
They're all brand new, and half the conversations are being had are about like drama with like within like competitions and weird shit that's happening behind people's backs. Like
I mean, I guess if you had to vote for anyone, it'd be Cierra and Nick right now, right? Because they're the only ones closed off.
I loved Cierra and Nick until I still like them. It's just that I feel like Cierra, that whole conversation that they had around on the reasoning why they got rid of Hannah was made no sense. It was illogical. They were like, well, she wasn't exploring enough. This is not Explorer Island. Dora the Explorer
she was lucky enough to have two good connections, and these other girls haven't. So
that's their
thought they deserved
problem.
A chance. It's like, wait, what?
No. Do you know who deserves a chance?
Ass backwards.
Exactly. You're voting off any viable couple that has a chance. They have voted off. They have literally eliminated any person that has had a possible chance.
It's just like Party Island.
Yeah, babe, there's been no Hideaway. There's been no Hideaway.
Nope. We're probably going to bring that in for like the last 3 days or something.
Who are they going to put in there? Cierra and Nick. They've already banged in the group room like 25 times. Why do they need to go to the Hideaway?
That's true.
Why do they even need to go? They just bang in front of everyone.
They all said, "You're not quiet."
Yeah, they're just
funny.
They're just going to town. So why even take them there? And there's been like 3 dates. I feel like the first date was Jeremiah and Huda at the water park, which was the dumbest fucking date ever. Just
that
so
was a really dumb date.
It was a waste of airtime.
That was so dumb.
And then you had the bombshells came in. It was Jeremiah and Iris, and then like I forgot who else was on that date. I can't remember, but it was
Ace and
someone.
Ace and Amaya, I thought it was
something like that. Yeah, or I don't remember who it was.
Or no, because it was a guy that came in with Iris, Pepe, and the first girl he was with.
Yeah, shit. He came in with Iris, so I who cares? It's irrelevant at this point.
Who cares?
Because that date it was dumb, and then there was the third one with Nick and Cierra, which finally, yeah, thanks.
Just close things off.
But there's been nothing like no forward progression of a couple like where you can see them and as a couple. Like, I mean, Ace and Shelly, yeah, I guess, and then they had that like impromptu date down at the beach, which again, I told Ryan, like, they don't need to wait to get a text to go on a date. How about you just go down to the beach?
Yeah, sit on the pier. Have a picnic.
Yeah. Huda, do you realize you're in Fiji? Like, you can go down to the beach.
But then people may interrupt it.
People?
Yeah, the other people in the villa. If you don't get to leave the villa for your
come
day.
on. Yeah, but like whatever. No one's gonna interrupt. It's
like,
Love
go
Island.
away. We're on a date.
Yeah. Just tell people, yo, we're going on a date. They'll be like, okay, respect.
Don't bother us.
Just like Ace tried to do the whole like
breakfast, sushi.
Breakfast and yoga date or whatever the fuck. He is a loser. I cannot stand Ace. And Ace is the main reason, in my opinion, why this season has gone so fucking askew. Because he's like, we're not exploring. We need to be exploring. We're not exploring, guys. It's like, bitch, that's not the point of this show. Voted off the one guy who was his only threat on this episode, who was actually looking to be in a relationship. But he gave me the ick, by the way, when he came home. He got to like 1 million followers on TikTok, and he's like in his room with his roommates, like dancing around like on TikTok like a fucking loser. I can't. I'm done with these fools. Like, what a loser.
That's what these people do it for. It's so
And that's what people in the comments are saying, babe.
Dumb,
people in the
dude.
comments are like, you need to start putting people on the show that aren't influencers that are looking to go on the show specifically just to get famous and maybe to just try to actually look for a relationship and you'd have more success, which is my whole conversation
like
about
Love Is
production.
Blind.
Yeah, production has to have some. They have to have some accountability in this season because it is poor.
Yeah,
and the way they're editing it is poor.
Show. It's a wild shit show.
The way they've edited it, like I said, they've shown no couples. They've now, like I said, have Hada on this weird character arc where now we're supposed to like her. I'm sorry. I think they're just literally editing it to make it seem that way. I don't think she's really changed whatsoever. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I just think that they're trying to do it to put a Band-Aid on what's been said on the social media because she got literally so much hate.
She get roasted.
But you know she's the first one to hit 1 million on Instagram, which
Yeah,
is harder,
which
is way harder to do than TikTok.
Because the ones who get hated the most,
the villains of the season get the most. So she's gonna come out of there if she plays it right. I don't know what type of sponsorship she's fucking getting. I really don't.
Yeah, that's wild.
But she'll figure it out. Something with moms, hopefully. Hopefully something mom related. Like I said, and Chris, he's like, I'd rather be overseas playing ball. Bitch, you don't even want to be here. You're mentally just like, I'd rather just
give a fuck.
I'll pick Huda
less.
because it just made more sense. He's like, he talked to Shelly after Shelly and him broke up this week, and he just made it seem like, well, I had to pick Huda because like I had to stay here, and like
I knew you were gonna pick Ace.
He didn't really say like I really like Huda. He was just like I'm just gonna go with what I got, and
saw what you guys were going on, and you didn't pull me for any chats, and we just weren't talking since.
Which
we
is
got
a
back
valid
from
point.
Casa, and so I just focused on what I.
Ace
did
was
have.
all like with his little man syndrome, like
we're going to war.
We're going to war. He said. And they're in the sauna. I've been in that sauna every day. Why don't they show more scenes in the sauna? Like, I don't understand why
it's probably hot there.
It's true, but I don't care. At night, they seem like they're chilly. I'd be in that sauna all the time. Like I said, I'd be doing things
in the fucking
sauna.
Pool all the time.
Yes, like we've had that conversation.
I'd just be swimming all
So
day.
what I've also heard from other former contestants about the pool scenes are they're in the pool a lot. Actually, the production's just not showing those scenes because then it becomes like harder because then they have to have everyone, like the mic situation. So a lot of times when they're in the pool, especially if there's two people and they're trying to get a conversation, like they try to make sure that the conversation's being had outside of the pool so that they don't have. There's scenes all the time, or there's pools. Time all the time, I guess that's happening. And I heard laundry day is once a week because I was on TikTok.
Laundry
I was
day
like,
is once a week.
Well, yeah, remember? I didn't say this on the
boot
podcast,
camp.
but on TikTok, I was like, I wonder how much
like
they're
a
washing
boot camp
those
for
sheets.
love.
Because, babe, like I said, there's so much sexual activity happening in those
Ew, so
beds
do you
and
wash
stuff.
the sheets
People
once a
swapping
week?
beds and stuff. Yes, I heard laundry day is every Saturday or something like that.
Oh, after sun they have to fucking field day their villa.
I don't know, babe. I would love to. Those are the things that I want a detailed tour on After Suns of like behind the scenes of like what happens on the day-to-day operation, like the staff and the cleaning and the food that comes in on a daily basis that's being cooked that's not being prepared by the villa. Speaking of food, I love how they base like their entire relationship on like who makes the most breakfast and the best breakfasts. Like, but it's like you only brought her pancakes.
You brought her more than me.
Yeah, what the fuck kind
I
of?
noticed that.
I noticed Nick's fighting over the C-shaped pancake.
You brought her one more pancake than me.
What kind of world are we living in here?
And I see now that you're playing favoritism.
Like, are we 10?
She's your favorite, whatever.
As I'm dressed like that, I've got my hair clips like that.
Jesus
Are we 10? And I'm like
Christ,
literally
dude.
trying to be that. The hair jewelry, I'll give it to them. It's a vibe. It's a vibe I didn't think about, and I love it, and I will be continuing it all summer. I don't care. Shit on me in the comments. I might wear it all winter too. I'm just gonna wear dreads. I might just get dreads.
Dreads?
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not dreads.
But
it makes the curls cool. So props to
You
the
do have
season
cool
for giving
curls.
me us and influencing me with my new hair trend. Other than that, they've
Does
given
someone
me.
set this down over there?
Yeah.
Thanks,
Wait, can
man.
you make sure mine isn't spilled?
Yep.
Okay.
Teamwork. That's the true work.
Yeah, I'm so happy Austin's gone, babe. I'm so done with him.
Me too. And like his voice.
So annoying, babe.
Oh my god.
He's back on TikTok. His hashtag today was,
I mean, I got an annoying.
it's not a
too,
cold
though.
sore. I have acne or something like that.
I have pimples.
Because everyone was ragging him because of his cold sore on his acne on his lip or whatever. Then people were like, everyone's making out. And there was one guy clearly had a cold
pimples.
sore. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nick was the one with the cold sore.
They've all had acne. I mean, they're there. I'm not saying they can't have acne, but I just thought it was funny that someone thought he literally had the herpes.
Well, he had a big blister on his lip. Like day 2.
Oh my god. Yeah.
After a makeout.
I just thought Austin was supposed to be gone so long ago, and like I never thought he was supposed to stick around, and somehow I
think Austin had like 2 on his lip, and it was like after the game that they played.
That's what they were saying.
I banged like 1,000 chicks.
No, that's why he hashtagged today on his TikTok.
I know.
Yeah. Ew.
It's not cold sores, it's acne.
He's gross, dude. I can't with him. And
he
then
cleans pools though.
I've lost all respect for Taylor. I don't know why, because I'm not like America. I feel like America literally is just hating on Taylor and Clark because they put
Taylor.
He stood on business and he
business.
chose his woman, but I just feel like
he probably did string Alandria along so he could stay on the TV show until he found someone like Clark.
yeah, like what was that with Alandria? Like what was that? I just
more like a friendship.
And he was just waiting to kind of find someone. I don't disrespect. I don't
like forcing their sexual attractiveness
right
to each other. Or whatever.
And I don't mind him for playing the game and doing what he's supposed to do. And I don't shame Clark either, because Casa girls were there to specifically shake up the villa, and there were supposed to be more couples. That was supposed to be happening to more couples. I feel like, and it didn't happen because everyone was exploring too much. So like in that regards, I'm not mad at Clark because of that. The only reason I'm mad at Clark is because I feel like he's like a little man bitch the way he's handling it. Like he told Alandria that he was going to explore both of them. Like he was so open to that. And then he immediately basically just like shut her off after that and like gave her the cold shoulder and was like, ew, I'm done with you. Well, then just say that from the get. Don't say that you're going to try to explore her and then give her even that glimpse of hope, right? Because then that's when the crash out came. And she crashed out too. Valid crash out, but then she again like sisterhood with all of them are like sisters. Yeah, you were literally making out with her man like 2 minutes ago. Like they're so focused on like these like sisterhoods and shit, and like and then
there's always
she goes in and throws Huda under the bus and goes, "Oh, well, you were just making out with Chris." It's like, bitch, that is
not part of the sisterhood. She violated
that
the
really made me disrespect. I just really
dry humping Ace.
I lost respect for her when she did that, not because Alandria. Because okay, like what about you making out with fucking Cierra's man? Are we gonna not get a movie night either? Are we just not gonna get movie night this season?
I don't know. Was there always a movie night?
I feel like there was always a movie night.
I don't know. I've only watched one season.
Yeah, I've watched multiples, and I'm pretty sure they've always had one.
Well. And if it ends at 12, they better fucking step their game up. I guess these are the final people.
I just feel like they're ending it early because they just know this season's just like a shit show, and they don't. I don't even know what.
And no one wins. Love Island.
No one wins. Goodbye. Get off the fucking island. Donate it to charity. I saw some girls say just fucking donate it to charity. I'm like, yes. I also said someone said they should all be getting BetterHelp sponsorships. I'm like, yes.
My God,
send them all to fucking therapy, dude. They are a hot mess.
Oof.
I love Amaya. I really do. And you know what? I really think, after Ryan and I were talking, I think Brian and Amaya might win the season now, because she's like the people's princess.
Fucking riding for Amaya for some reason.
Ryan doesn't like her because
I don't get it.
He doesn't like the emotional queen, but like here's the thing, and I've talked about this a couple weeks ago. I said I probably wouldn't be like besties with her because me and her, I'm not that emotional of a person.
Yeah,
I'm working on it. Actually, I don't think there's a problem with having emotions, and like Brian said, like. In her culture, I never had a problem with her calling people like love and stuff, because I do that shit sometimes too.
Yeah.
I don't do it because, well, God, I'm not looking for, again, I'm not dating people, but like, I don't do it because if I'm calling someone babe or if I'm calling the waitress babe, it's not because I'm a lesbian trying to hit on her. It's just because I'm just talking to her like she's like my girl. Like, I don't know. It's like a term of endearment or something. Not like that though, but so I get where she's coming from, and like I felt like crazy.
Well, she wasn't calling a girl babe. She was like
men.
She was calling men like baby and babe on like day one. Like, oh my god, babe.
I don't disagree with the fact that she might.
And people are like,
have
whoa, dude.
People,
like, yeah, my name's Ace. Nice to meet you. I'm not your babe.
She might have given people the feeling that she was moving a little bit too quick, but for them to all gang up on her in that moment, really just triple down on her.
Well,
like,
you know,
you're too much, Amaya. No, it's like, no, you're too much for them, or that's not what they want. But you don't have to fucking.
But Brian's like, call me babe, dude. Like,
yeah,
right call
now, me babe.
Call me babe.
That's what we're on the show for.
Here and may out with me and call me babe.
Call me babe. I'll love your granny dress. Your fucking moo-moos. That I just think
fucking moo-moo.
I think that genuinely, and I said the only reason I think it's genuine is because of that moment where Brian stood up for her, and props to him for that, because I said that really made me respect him, and I do think that what needed to be said.
Out
like
there white knighting, dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm proud of you, Brian. Good job. And I hope they at least go somewhere. Oh, I don't know. Don't even get me started on the slurs. I told Ryan we are not talking about the whole Cierra thing on this podcast tonight, but Cierra,
dude,
I think that's another reason why they're ending up the season, because they don't want to like kick her off. But again,
but they have to, because people are calling her racist.
It's from so long ago, and I'm not defending her. However,
oh my god,
they are bringing up stuff from like a long time ago when she was in college, and now they're trying to bring. So for her to get kicked off the show for that is just like
it's ridiculous. It's so funny. People are so petty.
Now I'm gonna get canceled for defending her, but like
you're not defending her.
I'm really not.
You're not.
I'm neutral in the fact that like this season sucks so bad already. Like
it's so dumb. Please look it up.
Yeah,
and see what they're trying to cancel her for. It's so
you
funny.
can look it up and decide for yourself. But I just feel like people are really reaching with how back they're going here to try to cancel people, and that's what makes me sad. But like there's people, like I said, your digital footprint lives forever. People should know this, getting on the internet or going on reality television. But like Nick's making out with his pretend sister. We've found some crazy
I
TikToks.
saw that TikTok.
Like,
come here, sister.
Just weird shit that these kids have been doing.
Try this cheese, and it looks like white cream. She's like, that's not cheese. And he's like, and he like supposedly his sister. You know, that's weird.
Yeah, they've all are just there to get clout. Internet, yeah,
just trying to.
And I guess that's what I like. I love watching hot kids on television try to find love. Well, it's subjective, right?
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that I'm watching it to like to drool over like hot people on the but I just think it's fun watching people literally walking around in bikinis. Like, that's wild. It's a wild experiment. The whole thing, like I said, it is freaky, kind of weird. Like, they're doing weird things. They're making out. They're spitting milk in each other's mouth. There's cameras in the showers.
Don't know what time it is. Never ever. They don't have no phone, no TVs. They don't watch no movies.
That's why I watch it. It's
the producers of Love Island are they're fucking wacko.
It's
weirdos.
Twisted.
Yeah, they're fucking twisted.
But
it's a weird experiment to want to watch people go.
This season has brought the production, like the games this season, and like all the different challenges and stuff this season. Even I feel like have gone haywire. Like, it's not the simple, like bubbly, love fun island that I'm usually on. It's like we have entered into some type of other dimension that I don't love.
The thing that made it like seem all like dumb to me was when they forced Nick and Alandria to try to find a connection. I was like,
yes,
dude,
again, production.
on,
what the
bro.
fuck? And we called that shit. Like I
play this
wanted
game.
to do production and screenwriting for a fucking living, right?
This is dumb.
I've studied the media. I'm in production, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that was the fakest fucking shit I've ever seen.
It was like immediately after Nick read the card, he was like, "So, like, I've always."
The whole scenario was just wild. Like
okay, yeah, like
the whole
what's going on? This
date in the middle of the weird jungle scene, and like it was literally like just.
It was too cringy.
It was cringe, and I hope the production takes notes for next season, and I really hope. I don't mind the influencers because like I think it makes for interesting television because like they're into themselves a little bit, right? So like it takes a certain person to be on that show. Like they have to be confident and they have to be willing to talk about certain things. So you can't have a bunch of shy, boring people on the show. You have to have a certain type of personality, and that is extroverted people. And I'm not saying that they need to be influencers, but you got to keep it interesting. You can't have boring people on the show. But do you need people that are literally fighting and like doing the most? I mean, this season was just, I don't even know. I felt like there was just like plots.
On business night. That was pretty wild. It was a wild night.
I felt like everyone went into the show with an ulterior motive.
Yeah.
And the money adds an extra like an extra
force to fake it.
To fake it. Mm-hmm.
To just see how well you can act this connection out.
Right. So maybe eliminate the money or something. I don't know what they need to do, but they need to figure something out. They need to figure something out. Because the whole point is that the end of the game is like to split the game, to split the money or to take it all for themselves. I've never seen a season where someone takes it all for themselves, but I'm sure there has been one. A lot of times the couples split it because they're usually always friends or actually in a relationship. I don't know how I think they switch it every now and then. Oh. Like they give it either to the female.
That was last season though, right?
I think so. But generally by the end, like that person's like, you know what, let's split it.
Or no, I think the girl got to choose.
I think the girl chose last season.
What's his name and what's her name? That's how much I remember. Yeah, you remember the winners of last season that you watched? Is what's her name and what's his name? It was the guy who likes Cheez-Its.
Yeah, Cordell
and the Odell Beckham brother.
Why can't I think of her name right now? You know, Cordell. Shit, I'm so sorry. I know her name. I can't think of her right now.
That girl. She did some makeup commercials.
Babe, what is her name?
Serena.
It's Serena.
Those two.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. It's Serena, though. Should I look it up? Okay.
Look it up.
I'm pretty sure it's Serena.
I hope it's not.
That's rude.
Would you cut it off?
No.
It's her. I think you're right, though.
Yeah, it's Serena.
Yep.
Okay, good. Phew. I just had to think of it for a minute. It's because this whole cast, I feel like is like the downgraded version of last season. It's like the Walmart knockoff version. Like,
yeah, it ain't Tarjay.
Like Huda's trying to be the knockoff Leah, and then like PPG, like Alandria, and
PPG.
You remember how they used to call themselves that? The three girls, Leah and Cierra, and Serena, and I can't remember the other girl last year.
Janae.
Yeah. I'm excited for that love. You know what we should watch, babe, is the Love After Villa or After the Villa with the cast from season 6. Yeah, I want to watch that just to see if it's interesting. I'm sure it's just going to be a bunch of like clickbait and drama. But I'm interested to at least watch it.
Is up.
Yeah. But Leah and Miguel are still together in real life. So
yeah, cool. And they're doing TikToks at the gym together.
And Janae and Craig. Or what's his name? Not Craig. Janae Craig is her name. What's that guy's name? Kenny.
G?
Yeah, that was his name, Kenny. Anyways.
Oh.
Is there anything? No, let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. I feel like we've talked enough. We've blabbed enough about this season. Give Amaya the 100K at this point. That's my final. That's my final. I think she's gonna win. If I had to call it,
you're the Pepe and Iris.
I can't believe those two. Pepe, I love Pepe. Heart Pepe, but the fact that he's older, like Nick was like 2. She was.
It's kind of awkward though.
She was just with TJ like 2 hours ago.
Here was a couple hours.
That's the way time
ago.
goes in Love Island. But
That's so.
I don't mind Iris either. I just feel like she's been a floater. We haven't really gotten to know her. Her character has not been developed enough on the show for me to either like or dislike her. And then her and TJ were being built up to be like in the winner's circle, like the last two between her and Nick. And then all of a sudden TJ's gone just like that. So
just like that, they lost 5 people.
Yeah.
That was dope.
That was nice.
I was like, thank God, dude.
Clear it out.
Too many people.
Too many people. I was just getting confused.
Because last year they only brought back like 2 couples from Casa or whatever. You know, they got to choose.
Well, a lot of people brought people back, but they got to decide, right? And not everyone came back.
Like there was that many people.
The boys brought back a lot of boys, but the girls didn't keep a lot of the boys. Mm-hmm. The boys brought a lot of girls. I don't know if I said that right. Anyways. I don't know. Yeah. I'll be upset if there's no movie night. I don't really care about the Hideaway because it's always just dead scene anyways. But I'll
just open the sex toy closet.
Yeah. Look at the jacuzzi.
Photos,
cool, whatever. I don't care about that. But I will be upset. Not that we need more drama. Not that we need more drama. But I would love for Cierra. I guess if she sees it, she'll eventually see it. But I would love for her that to be played out on the show. I would love for that. Since production made such a big deal of the Olandria thing, and then he's licking her toes and stuff this week, and that sucking her dirty feet and shit. Like, what in the hell is going on here? But like,
he's wild.
He is
always wild. That's funny.
I like Nick as a person, but I don't know how him and Cierra are gonna do on the outside. We'll see. Cierra. I don't know.
She said they were both talking today or last night.
Yeah, about if they could be boyfriend and girlfriend on the outside.
Out, and Sierra was like,
I would hope
doesn't mean that we're boyfriend, girlfriend, but it just kind of like translate the same. Like, I'll be interested in you and you'll be interested in me and keep that for as long as it can go. Basically, I was like, "Wait, what?"
I know. It's
so
like they
so
can't.
Fake.
It's right. It's like, so you guys really don't want to be boyfriend and girlfriend because I felt like at this point you guys.
He's like, "Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too."
I'd be like, "No, I thought we were boyfriend and girlfriend."
And they're like,
it's so weird how people move. Is that how millennial or is that how Gen Z moves? Like you're like talking, but then
you better.
So after talking stage, there's like another stage where you're closed off, but you're still not dating. Is that a thing? Like, what the fuck? What are you doing then?
We're still just banging in bed.
But are you seeing other people? No. Because that would be open. You wouldn't be.
We're just closed off. But we're not like boyfriend, girlfriend. You know, we're just. We're just.
Yeah, it sounds like sounds like our relationship, babe.
We're just exclusive talkers.
Not right now, but back in the day.
We're just
exclusive talkers. We'll save that conversation for another episode. How Ryan and I's relationship started off.
Yeah.
Closed off, but still open. Nah. Thanks, Ryan. Okay. Ryan would be playing
Love Island.
Ryan would be exploring the island. That's me, Ryan. He'd be Ace. No. We gotta explore some more. We just gotta go exploring a little bit more, friends. I'm not ready to make breakfast for this bitch just quite yet.
Man, she's cool.
She's exploring too. Stop making out with the guys all the time. You would not. Yeah. I love you, babe.
I love you too, babe.
Okay. You ready to end this? I hope.
Yeah.
I guess we'll be back next week for the final recap of Love Island. I don't know.
Final recap.
I hope it's not over next week.
Next Saturday.
But
next Saturday is the finale.
Either way, we'll be here. So, love you guys.
It's gotta be.
Have a good night. Bye.
Later.